On Afghanistan, it's very timely. One of the things I should mention, though, was this film was wrapped before President Obama's decision on the surge and before his decision to insert McChrystal as the commander-in-chief in Afghanistan. But Professor Lehner said we should start with this group here, so let's go ahead.
Okay. I think you're talking about what can be done, and we seem to agree that pulling out would probably be the best solution, or part of the solution. Another idea was to, in these refugee camps, put the schools there and feed the kids food at school and give them a little stipend to send home with their family if they go to school. Okay. That way they
Certainly the development money needs to be better coordinated, and it needs to basically reach the people on the ground. That's clearly something that's not happening.
And I think, we think that if there wouldn't be any kind of punishment for these kids going to school, whether they're female or male, if they were bringing home bread.
Right.
Okay.
We're just doing that.
And make that.
Okay, any other comments from this group? Woerner, go ahead.
No, we started off talking about the film, but then we later moved into a debate on motivation, or monetary motivation for, say, a conflict such as this, the Afghanistan and Iraq situation. And, I'm of the opinion that war is serious, and obviously my colleagues, they don't agree with me. They think that certain entities feel that there's a corporate there's a corporate influence in these situations, and I disagree.
Well, basically what we said is that war is profitable to some people at the very top. It becomes a money-making venture. And he disagrees. He said he disagreed. And he said, no, it's not. They're not doing it for money. Nobody would ever start a war just to make profit.
Maybe that's
we can't agree, though. I mean, whether you start war for profit or not, I mean, that's a little bit too big an issue to kind of wrap our arms around right now. But we can agree that when the U.S. is involved in the business of war, there are firms that benefit enormously.
I agree with that.
When I listen real closely, I hear the voices of Maxine Mims or when Kim sings, the pouring of libations in Lyceum, and joy when the bell rings. I once read, in the province of the mind, what one believes to be true either is true or becomes true. So the evolution continues. Everyone here has walked into the evolution that has been created, where problems are minimized and solutions elevated, seeing some things antiquated and anew, continuing the legacy of the Highlander school. With culture and spirit, can't you feel it? It's bouncing off the walls, the floors. Yes, your ears should be burning from this higher learning that surrounds you. So just take a look around you. The evolution, the people's contribution, accessible to all, this broad-based, world-centric, liberal arts educational shopping mall. So just check out the system. It's the embodiment of interdisciplinary studies and collaborative learning, combining theory and application to real-life situations, while infusing culturally diverse perspectives to meet our educational and career objectives.
Now, how can you teach bioethics without teaching history? It doesn't make sense. This campus has within its ambit outstanding possibilities. There was a woman who was publisher of a black newspaper here in Tacoma, Virginia Taylor. It was the Northwest Dispatch. Virginia's idea was that the Evergreen State College Tacoma campus would become the Columbia University of the Hilltop. What is occurring is that the Evergreen State College is the Harvard, the Columbia, the Morehouse, the Howard, the Fisk, the Hampton universities of the Hilltop. It's here. We are unique in our niche here in Tacoma. We provide an education for those students who wouldn't ordinarily think about continuing, many of whom had already given up, some of whom had almost given up, but others who said, I will not give up. And so we take you all. We start with where you are. If you're having problems with math or writing, we provide infrastructure support so that you can rise up to the level that we need. We cannot continue to throw away our citizens if they don't qualify for admission to one university or one college. We must open the doors to higher education if we as a community, a city, a state, a nation are to survive and thrive. The Evergreen State College, quite frankly, in my estimation, is the savior of the Pierce County greater community, because we're educating all our people who come to our doors.
So entra para aprender y departe para servicio. But as a graduate of Evergreen State College Tacoma campus, I now live my life sin compromiso.
Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds, try and keep your head up to the sky. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser, you gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger, you gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day.
I love that, yes.
Well, I know you guys
Okay,
have to
get right, ready to go to class, so bye.